Hi everybody, welcome back to EDC Austria. I'm Stefan. We've reached the final part of our light series. These are the 18650 lights or dedicated lights. The name 18650 comes from this kind of battery, which is a lot larger than a normal battery. If I take a AA for comparison, you see there's quite a bit of size difference. Also, from a standpoint of capacity, this one has 3400 milliamp hours. That's about as much as a current cell phone battery has. And all these lights run on 18650 batteries. There are of course differences in quality. This one came free with a cheap flashlight that I will also show you in a bit. This one says 3000 milliamp hours, but I'm highly dubious that that is actually true. Still, it's nice. It was a flashlight for I think $17. Came with a charger, 2 batteries, and the light, which is the first light we're gonna talk about. Oh, and one more thing, today we are just discussing 4 lights, as I just don't have too many that are too different, but we are gonna discuss 2 charging options. And we are gonna do the most useless electric connection that was ever attempted. Sorry for the dead air there, but I won't cut that. That's too much work until I get a good software. Okay, so we'll start with the cheapest battery. That is a light that basically goes without a name and also goes without any kind of description as to how many lumens it puts out, because the lumens could refer to the full radius, or if you concentrate it to a tiny point, which is nice to light out a big area. And you can change it on the back here, on the tail cap. It goes to a very slow strobe, to an SOS, and then 3 light modes. That's basically it. And it doesn't have a memory mode, so it doesn't remember the last mode it was in. Now we have another pretty cheap light, but it gets at least interesting here. This is a Greenland, which supposedly has 1200 lumens, although there really is no way to verify that. I'll show you another 750 lumens light later, and I've tried it outside, I've tried it inside. It's indistinguishable. So, and this one, it goes for 36 euro. It has basically, it is also good for non-flashlight people, because they can just turn it on with the tail cap and turn it off. If you want more, you turn it on first, then you have 2 brightness settings and off, or double click and you go into strobe. And another nice function is that you can basically keep the button pressed and it'll dim all the way down. Of course, you usually stop at the desired rate, and you can't reset this. You just have to turn it off completely and then start it up again, and you are where you were. This one is also IPX8 approved, so it can fall from 1.5 meters and is waterproof to up to 2 meters. Now we come to a personal favorite of mine, the Olight S30R Baton. This is a very sturdy light made from aircraft aluminium. It's anodized type 3, so no matter what you do, you'll never get this anodization off. And from the regular handling, it's as all Olights. You press it once for on, then you keep it pressed to cycle through the modes. Double click, it goes immediately to the highest function, and triple click, it goes into strobe. And we have a charging option with that, because that is a rechargeable in the light possibility, and for that it also needs a kind of proprietary battery, which means the plus and the minus have to be on the same side. You could technically use batteries from other companies, but I'd stick with Olight as they are pretty price neutral, so they are worth the money and are not too expensive. And the final light, oh by the way, the Olight has a maximum output of 1020 lumens. This here, which is kind of my favorite still, is a Nitecore SRT-5 detective. Why it's called detective, I'll show you in a second. You also have a tail cap to turn it on, and then the fun starts. You have, as you see, a wheel that rotates. So basically, if you would need the strobe and don't wanna warn somebody, you would just set it to strobe and then turn it on. See, if I turn it on now, it goes right into strobe. And you get a feeling for where stuff is, and you have hard clicks at some points to indicate where you are. And now you can kind of dim it all the way. Then it goes to red, although that's hard to show in the light. Then to blue. And finally you have the police lighting, which I would highly advise you, if you live in the United States, don't use it in your car. And if you do, don't let them catch you. But I didn't say that. And finally you have an SOS and a beacon. And now we are discussing chargers, as I only showed you 4 lights this time, and like I said, we are doing the most useless recharging ever attempted. This is a universal USB charger. So if it was connected, it could recharge that battery. Now I put it in and see, it is fully charged. But what this charger can do, which most chargers can't do, it also has a power output. So this allows you to charge other devices, such as a cell phone or another light. Now we are gonna charge an 18650 battery with an 18650 battery. So we are gonna use that as a source, and we stick the Olight on the magnetic tail cap, and as you see, it lights red. That means it's charging. and as soon as it's finished charging, it turns green. Although I wouldn't do this every day, after I've just used it a few minutes. They say you can do it, but they also say it's fully rechargeable 500 times. So I rather myself, but this is just me, I rather wait a bit before I recharge again. Okay, enough of that. And as for which batteries to use, I basically adopted the practice of using the right battery for the right light. So with Nitecore lights, I use Nitecore batteries. With the Olight, I use Olight. And with those cheap bastards, I use just plain Panasonic 18650 batteries. Basically all 18650 have Panasonic electronics, but the manufacturers do their own refinement, so to speak. I mean, you can charge your batteries a lot faster if you use a charger that's connected to an AC outlet, but still, USB is universal, and if in an SHTF scenario, if you have a small solar panel, you could charge a battery pack or directly a battery, which is something we'll cover in our upcoming prepping series. These lights are all perfect for keeping at home. Maybe mount this. It also has attachment points so that it doesn't move so much, right next to your bed, or keep one in your car. If you don't use it that often, you just have to recharge the battery once every 2 years, but it would be advisable to use it from time to time. Those are great to use at home, on backpacking trips and so on, where the small lights just aren't cutting it. And as a small preview for tomorrow's video, tomorrow we are talking about the Kaiser Intrepid, which is a very nice knife from Kaiser Cutlery. But you'll see more about that tomorrow. I hope you found this somewhat interesting. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. Please like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of programming. Thanks a lot, and bye bye.